Hey everybody, been quite a while since I posted. I just been taking care of a family and 5 kids and a lot going on, and then it gets hard to come back and post. So I apologize. I hope you're all having a great Ramadan, all my Muslim friends. If you're not a Muslim, you can still have a great Ramadan, a little less likely. Couple news items that I'm thinking about. I just got to share. One is, first of all, Edward Snowden, the guy who the NSA, and that other guy before him. We got these leakers, these WikiLeaks and all these other things, and they're giving out this really damaging, frightening information that could potentially compromise our national security. But the most important thing for me when I look at this is that almost every Muslim I know thinks, at minimum, there's something fishy going on with 9/11, with the narrative from the 9/11 story, right? And a lot of the Muslims I know think America actually did 9/11 to itself, okay? And I understand why they feel that. Why would you trust the American media when, like in Pakistan, for example, you've got drones dropping, killing people, and every time there's a drone strike, it seems to be this amazing precision drone strike that doesn't seem to kill anybody but the people they're after, these bad guys. And, is that ethical to be doing that? And we are judge, jury, and executioner when it comes to these drone strikes. And then someone says, oh, by the way, there's collateral damage. There's innocent women and children being killed by these drones that America's sending off. And they give a number and America says, oh, it's not that many. Well, I thought it was 0. So all this misinformation, all this news information that comes out, there's so many fishy things that I can see why a lot of Muslims believe that 9/11 was an inside job. But if 9/11 was an inside job, when Edward Snowden gave out all that information, that damning information, guess what would have been in there? The 9/11 conspiracy data. All these people are, Snowden's hiding in Russia. And his life's over if he comes back here. He gave it all away and he knew the most intimate secrets. And if the U.S. was going to do an inside job and do 9/11, there'd be a lot of people involved. And somebody like Snowden would have access to that information. That's proof for me. 9/11 is not an inside job. So if you think 9/11 is an inside job, look at Snowden. Look at these other WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, the other guys. 9/11 is not an inside job. That proves it. It proves it to me. Here's another one, another piece of proof. Some American non-Muslims tell me, and European non-Muslims, they'll say, look at, when Muslims get to a certain population percentage in a community, they take over. And all Muslims are planning on taking over the world. Well, I've got proof that that's not true. Look at Egypt. The Muslim Brotherhood happened to be the only group that was organized enough to win an election. They win the election, and it appears to some, or many, that they haven't been fully inclusive. So the military comes in, this is my own take, tell me if I'm wrong, and pulls out Morsi, and now they want to help a new government get established, but they want to include Morsi. They want to include the Muslim Brotherhood. They just want to include it in a fair, all-encompassing way. So Sunni, Shia, women, Christians, atheists, Jews, will they all be safe? Hopefully that's the plan. Is it in a fair government, everybody will be safe. And America thinks, well, gosh, Egypt sure blew it. But Egypt didn't blow it. You go from being under a tyrannical rule to suddenly being free, and you expect things to go smoothly. There should be some bumps in the road. When America got its freedom, the founding fathers got together and decided, you know what? American people are not smart enough to elect their own leaders. That's why we have the Electoral College. Americans can't even vote in their own president because some powerful, influential person could go to all of the churches and give them free sugar and oil and things and invite them down to the polling booth to make sure they vote so somebody who wasn't fair-minded, and somebody who wasn't qualified to be president could end up president. So the Electoral College is there to protect us from our own stupidity and naivety and our ability to be influenced by others. Maybe Egypt needs some Electoral College. I don't know. But if Muslims, as so many non-Muslims would say, are so bent on destroying the world and dominating the world with Sharia law, why is it that they can't even dominate in a country that's almost completely Muslim? The people are speaking, the Muslim people are speaking, and most of them want what's fair. So how in the world are the Muslims going to come into America and take over America when they can't even take over their own Muslim countries? They don't want to. The fact that Egyptian people en masse are getting together and want to have something in place that's fair for Jews and Christians and atheists, and hopefully women, and hopefully homosexuals will be safe to walk in the streets. I'm not talking about condoning. If you're a religious person, I'm not saying you have to applaud homosexuality, but you got to let them live their lives. You can't go around killing people. So those are two things I've been thinking about. Let me know what you think. Bye. Oh, and I'm Ramadan Kareem.